This is SuperRetro64's profile, and I'm not gonna be explaining how to do this as well. So welcome back to Comic Studio, and before I'll begin of this video, it has anything for itself for about 5 user series around as well, and probably there must be for a little bit for many more for around here, with the Muppet Show, Green Goblin, the Me's like anything as well, the actual somewhat non-joke like anything as well, and Super Marie Comic Studio as well. Instead of Five Nights at Freddy's as well, it has completely deleted and never to be exist as well by Super Retro 64. And some say that Super 64, like the Super Retro 64, finds one of my videos for the latest. Unfortunately, this will be entirely that he tries to quit Comic Studio, that he might never come back, just like that the owner of Scruffius has just quit this site forever, and because of unknown sexual reasons for around of those only one thing. So today we're going to be taking a look for Retro's Tubular and Radical Comic Studio. It finally came back for the one for same time as well. It was not just the same, but probably came back originally. So looks like everything is working in progress. So even those like the other kinds of things as well. So the retro friends could be like the main sprites. Starting with this thing as well, it's not gonna be from the noise. So this is a 3D version of the 64, like Nintendo 64 around here, and probably like those old games. So this is probably look like the noise from something else as Pizza Tower. There's nothing here, including here, and everything it goes for somewhere here, except there must be main some kind of like those things. The Pizza L for this thing as well, for this little one thing. And this is actually for this unknown folder for this thing as well. This is absolutely that the name is new folder. It was not actually for the references of Battle for Dream Island. And finally Marcus within this guy for like anything as well for the others. So there's nothing here around for some kind of submitted sprites. So they're probably still here, that there must be mini sprites from anything about here, especially like the 3D images. I'll be turning on the spoilers on, and it was maintained by SuperRetro64. It was owned by SuperRetro64 as well, and the backgrounds have still eventually exist around here for some kind of a loading screen. And there must be the same images like those things as well. I'm probably sure like anything as well. This includes the cities as well, and for some kind of sand desert things or whatever it is. And the cell, what I'm probably not gonna be used to be. So there must be more backgrounds, and even stuff like this for somewhat over here. So I'm gonna be preferred to use for one of the backgrounds, but I cannot believe it was pretty hard to attempt to restore, and nothing things that I just probably going to be added for a little bit more. So this is absolutely going to be quick, as I not gonna be trying to get things a little bit possible. But for now, I shouldn't able to be added for anything as well. And because I never thought about for anything that I just try to find out. So that was probably it, and I'm going to be add something as well for the retro line, like even for its well. So I'm going to be using for any custom sprites, which is I got from any vehicles as well. But I definitely going to be using the Dodge Grand Caravan right over here. Or not even there for like anyway. Now first off, I'm going to take a look at one of the studio feeds of user comics. As we're going to be seeing here, we're taking a little bit for scrolling dive all the way for down here. So I guess what, that we're going to be trying to find somewhere over here, their user comics around here for just not anywhere it goes. So let's go around for the next page and see for another couple of pages we go for around here all the way to the bottom as well. So weird retro for like anything as well. So it's probably same weird things as well for just like Roblox. So we're gonna be going into the oldest comics without further ado. So since the first comic that posted on March 28, 2025, but looks like the SuperRetro64's interests have been for a little bit for one thing as well. So the second account of this comic studio for around here, this is actually going to be for one thing as well. So the top ratings could be for around for this one, but I'm probably sure that the top of the line for around for the population could be for like this. So this is probably going to be having a little bit of a worst nightmare about for this situation. So I just put the Grand Caravan here, including for one of the cars that I added, was the Chrysler 300 and the Buick LaCrosse nearby this house of the SuperRetro64's residence, even though that I just completely added Cookie Run characters and the Hot Wheels cars like these ones as well. And probably there must be one guy named Jake from Subway Surfers that's probably that the almond cookie is trying to find to get him down and return back into his residence. So I'm probably not sure if that is not gonna be going real for a little bit for this thing as well. In the woods, that carrot cookie realized there must be a fig cookie have just roaming around for somewhere as well. Instead, there's nothing to be worried about here for someone's property as well. Even for not the worst of all, for some kind of like this, there must be a Daihatsu Move car for around for this thing as well. It was a Japanese box car, and probably sure it was totally made in Japan for like anyways as well, and probably being exported to South Asian countries like Indonesia. So onto the desert that we probably seeing for just the same images, like actually that you might gonna be seeing this mentioned to do this as well. So 3 cookies such as peppercorn, scorpion cookie, and lilac cookie were stranded in the desert that the fellow terrorists has just arrived to execute them. Probably they might gonna be taking them to their someone's prison as well for something as well. They were apprehended by the truck over here for some kind of terrorist as well. It was a Dodge Ram, the 2003 year review for like this. I'm probably sure this is a 2003 model year, and back in some kind of the cage or some kind of cell like the prison. That must be for some kind of guy over here from Cookie Run Kingdom, and right next to Chili Pepper Cookie. She was with him at the prisoner for some kind of like this. So hopefully that will be end of today's video for right over here. The link is going to be in the description if you hopefully that you're going to be getting into it as well. That hopefully that is not going to be taken down once again. And probably what he hates my videos for some other kinds of that we never totally guess. That we probably sure that he'll never able to be for trying to showing anything as well beyond for this again. And especially against me for one unknown reasons that I just totally committed as well. So thanks for watching, for your support, and I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later. And don't forget the link is gonna be in the description to browse some comics whenever you want, whenever you try to find to make something even as best, and try to save this video for beyond of this way as well for some kind of data storage, because I have it too much as anyways. So thanks again and have a nice day, mini lads, and one day that you wouldn't able to be adding something else, that I try to add something here in the future.